Sorry, man.
Sorry if I get you with it. That's why I'm not using your mic. I'm sticking with my mic.
No one uses your mic ever.
Which is good, because my mic is probably being plagued right now.
Super plague mic.
You can hear the bacteria screaming.
Ah!
It's like a rave.
Welcome to our Halloween edition.
Yep. Happy fucking Halloween.
I should have done like an orange scrolling background.
There's a lot of things we could have done differently. We didn't. We didn't wear costumes.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
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 Your wife was like, "You gonna wear costumes?" I was like, "No," because that was the farthest thing from my mind.
Yeah, pretty much. So we got a lot of news stories. Everything's ready. Everything's prepped up. Look, we actually did stuff.
So let's do it. Hello.
And 3, 2, 1. Now I feel it's too quiet.
It's fine. I don't want it louder than this. I like it being quieter than this.
Alright.
Because I hate commercials, and then that feels like a commercial.
Alright.
We talked right over it.
Yeah, we did.
Now,
Yeah. Welcome to BS with BnS. I'm not sick, I'm B.
I'm sick. That's why I'm S.
And what you're
S
gonna watch.
is for sick. Acute bronchitis brought on by the flu.
And what you're gonna watch is completely BS.
Oh yeah, everything in the world today is total BS.
Welcome to the last podcast of the month of October.
Our Halloween
2016.
special, but not really.
But not really, it's a lie. And what else should we talk about? Because we fanboyed it all up last week about the Nintendo Switch, why not just talk about more Nintendo Switch?
And how it did not go very well at all.
That is not... that's...
What?
Let's try that again. Let's try that again. Try it. Bear with us. Of course. There we go.
Hey, we did it. All right, so just to note, Forbes had released an article a few days before we did our podcast last week,
Yes.
talking about how the Nintendo Switch announcement brought Nintendo stock up about 3.5%.
Yes, great.
But then over the next few days, it dropped down to less than 6.5%. So a full 10. That's a 10 decrease, 10% decrease.
Yeah.
You know, mathematically. So it's kind of what they called it as.
That's literally being decimated.
Yes, that is the literal definition of decimation, which is to reduce by 1/10.
Yes. So Nintendo literally got decimated.
It got decimated hard. And it was because investors were not impressed by the announcement, because there was no good information, such as the price, which everyone seems to agree on $299 as being the price it has to be, but I think that's ridiculous.
Why?
I think for something like this, you could probably charge $500. I wouldn't like them to, but I think you could.
I don't think they would.
You don't think they would?
No, way too high. Because you're talking PlayStation 1, PS4.
Yeah. They're competing directly with them. Like, this is a console. This is not a Wii U.
But their hardware is not that much.
Well, it runs Skyrim Remastered.
So, a lot of things can run Skyrim Remastered.
Not for cheap and not well. There's more complaints about how you can't run it on certain systems versus others. So if they can run Skyrim Remastered as well as the ad shows, which maybe not.
No.
That comes up later.
Yeah.
Seems that a lot of the footage in the ad may have been not from an actual Switch.
No, I'd be willing to guarantee you not. I'd be willing to guarantee you none of those things we saw in the ad were from
Actual Switch?
were being played from a Switch. Maybe the only one probably would have been maybe Breath of the Wild.
Off of a Wii U.
Perfect.
Because the quality does not match what they've advertised for the Switch so far. It looks more like what would be the Wii U version.
Literally 0% of what was advertised.
Is what it's looking like.
Oh boy.
And that, factoring in with the fact that you have a 32 gig hard drive.
Yep.
So, digital downloads, not so much.
Nope.
Not so much at all. You will not be digitally downloading Skyrim, for one thing.
Goddamn.
And because Nintendo doesn't normally support mods,
Nope.
If they choose to go that route with Skyrim especially, they're going to lose out. Because that's why Sony has backpedaled and is now supporting mods.
Yep.
Because of just the huge... I mean, one game. How does one game have cause that much change within a company?
It's true.
And you might see Nintendo have to embrace mods. And the thing is, I don't know how they would, because also their charging port is a USB-C.
Yep.
and it plugs right into the docking station.
Yes.
And you can plug it in because it's USB-C.
Yep.
There's all kinds of options for plugging and recharging it on the go.
Yep.
The problem is that that port will not let you plug a hard drive in.
No.
Which, no, not a surprise. But that's because we know Nintendo. The average person does not. The average person seeing that is going to be very surprised when they go to plug in their 3D hard drive, their external hard drive, and it does not do anything.
Well, that was the problem with the Wii U. Like, you could plug in a hard drive. It has USB ports in front of the Wii U, but initially you couldn't.
Yeah.
Because,
well, that was a software thing. Someone's about to get killed.
Yep. What was I thinking? Yeah, so basically it was blocked.
Yeah, but it was software blocked, and then
Yep.
they unblocked it.
Yeah.
And that's the thing is, I'm not sure if this is software blocked. This might be a hardware issue. They might have adjusted it so that it can only accept power and nothing else. But then that means that people will be able to physically mod their switches in order to allow an external hard drive, but I don't know how that would interact with the UI. So we'll have to see.
I would be willing to bet it's the same software block. So they're pushing the cartridges.
Oh, big time.
Big time.
Oh my God.
That's the focus. That's why they're doing it.
Yeah. I mean, the docking station isn't even an external hard drive. And it should be. You know what I mean? Like the docking station itself, you should be able to store games on there because some games you only going to want to play on the TV. You're not going to want to pick them up and go with them.
You. Stop changing. You keep grabbing my eye.
all of these websites do this now. Like I'm about to ready to say just go full ad block, 100%, and we just use all the apps for it. It's the only way to do a show. Like it's just very distracting to have a website in the background.
Every time it changes, I'm like, what?
Yep. Yep. Super annoying. But yeah, there's a Twitter user, NW Player 123.
Wow.
That's been
super original name.
Yep.
You get a medal.
Yeah, on Twitter, who's been releasing a ton of information, and it's been accurate. And this is the same person who released a ton of information on Splatoon that also turned out to be accurate.
Good. So, I know, I'm still jazzed for the Nintendo Switch. I'm sorry investors didn't see...
Well, the problem is the battery life is apparently 3 hours.
Yeah, okay, so that's true. Hopefully not, actually.
Hopefully not. A lot of people have been saying it needs to be at least 5.
At least.
And I agree. If you're going to be expecting people. But if they're going to be promoting the whole, like, charge packs or the ability to charge it as you play it and go, blah, blah, blah. The problem is that when you have the kickstand up, because of the angle, you can't charge it.
What?
You can't plug anything in to the port at the bottom because of the angle. Unless you have, like, and I can see third parties doing this, unless you have a special rig that charges it, like kind of a side entering piece.
Yeah, that wouldn't be too bad.
And then it kind of props it up for you so you don't even have to use the...
It's just a plate. It plugs in the bottom, and then the port now comes out on the side or whatever.
Yeah, you just, something that goes underneath docking stations, you can have it.
There you go, Mad Cats. There's our $1 million idea of the week.
Yeah, go make a charging stand for the Switch. Oh. Plus, also a lot of... there's a lot of concern about all the moving parts, all the pieces, things breaking, customer... I mean, these are things that we had talked about, but not as investors, as gamers.
It's true.
Talking about it as investors, it actually shies you away from the product.
Yeah.
Because, here comes a bunch of customer complaints and customer issues, and this reduces sales, customers being unsatisfied with the product. There's no longevity if people don't like it after they buy it.
So if this went on Shark Tank...
it would tank. It would be eaten by the sharks in its current state.
Oh, boy. Well,
And also, the dev kits. Here's a fun thing about the dev kits. The dev kits are using... I don't have the exact details on this because I lost the article that had it. But the dev kits are using chips that are older, and supposedly when the system is released, the chipsets it's going to be using are going to be advanced and newer and air-cooled. Now, the weird thing is that means that they're still working on the technology for this thing. If the dev kits don't have the exact technology, if they have versions of it,
yeah.
and they're being told that there'll be a different version of this chip later that will be compatible with what you're doing now, it's just going to be upgraded, that would still make me nervous as a developer.
Oh, absolutely.
And that's another thing that's come out, and that's kind of hurting them. So since we've talked about the Switch and had our reservations, the business world just fucked the living shit out of this thing.
Holy
Tore
cow.
it apart. Every single issue that we had brought up has become a reason to not invest in Nintendo.
Ouch. Big ouch.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Guys, go to the next article, see if it has any...
Next articling. Done.
Okay, scroll down. The Wall Street Journal had a very thorough article about Nintendo in general. They mostly focused on Pokemon Go, but stop up there. There we go.
And hence.
Investors were hoping... Scroll down. Wow. Totally. There we go. Yes. The annoyance of investors. Nintendo remained focused on consoles and in a bad way. It revealed the Switch console last week, which investors hated. The stock has fallen nearly 10% since the announcement because there was a 3.5% increase and then a 6.5% decrease.
Yeah.
Going against two established console giants seems a more foolhardy proposition. This ad made it seem like they are competing with them. They made a console. They did not make an entertainment system. And that was something that Sony pushed years ago, just when Blu-ray was starting to cusp up.
Yeah.
And then they backed off of that a little bit. But they've kind of gone back to it with things like the View, which you showed me today, which was pretty awesome. VUE is Sony View. It's like their version of Sling TV.
We'll talk about that a little bit later in the program.
Yep. But in the meantime...
You're right. They did release a console and not an entertainment system. That is the big difference between... And this is, again, why I say the price did... Like, they couldn't charge $500, right? Because the PlayStation and Xbox are both entertainment systems, right? They're Blu-ray players, they're this, they're that.
Yep.
They do a lot more than just play games, and they're marketed to do a lot more than just play games. The Nintendo Switch is just basically a mobile/not mobile gaming platform.
And that's all they've pushed it as. Now, it does have a touchpscreen.
It's a Nintendo Nvidia Shield. It literally is.
Yep.
And I remember this over the week.
Yes.
And I wanted to talk about this. Is that we literally pushed this story almost a year ago.
Talking about the Nvidia Shield.
About a new Nvidia Shield that got canceled because Nintendo has now invested in the company.
And we thought that was weird.
I wanted to go back and find that episode, and I couldn't because I couldn't find the news story for it.
Yep.
But yeah, no, we talked about that almost probably a year ago. It was like it was a weird story about the new shields get pulled off the market.
Yeah, and it's like, why? Why is Nintendo pulling the Shield unless they were planning on doing something similar? And they have. They literally bought the Nvidia Shield so that they could convert that into the Nintendo Switch.
You are looking at an Nvidia Shield.
Yeah, it's just that it breaks apart.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. Then
all the pieces come off and stuff, but for the most part, it's an Nvidia Shield.
They added a Nintendo flair to it.
And it is confirmed it's using Nvidia technology.
Yeah.
It is a touchscreen, which is interesting because the ad makes no mention of that. But it's a multi-touch touchscreen.
In this day and age, do you have to, like, children nowadays, like, assume anything in front of them is a touchscreen?
Oh yeah. But the thing is, that's children. Children aren't buying this. Adults are buying this for children. There's parents who are going to buy this that are not going to realize that this is a touchscreen. That may not matter, except for the fact that now you expect it to act like an iPad. Nintendo will need to save itself from Pokemon porn games. Oh my god.
With, not from.
Oh, save itself with Pokemon porn games. Yeah. Maybe.
Enhancing that real quick. There we go.
Yeah. Thanks, Strengths. You're right.
Yeah. I mean... that is true. That's a good point. The Overwatch had their giant backlash with, like, pulling off porn and stuff.
Well, Overwatch, here's the funny thing about that. So, Blizzard, of course, claims that, we didn't want this to happen. Here's the thing. They released, themselves, the character models. They released them. As in, like, here, download and play with them in Machinima. What the fuck did you think was going to happen? Oh my god, the first thing was a dick in Diva's mouth. I mean, holy fuck. Like, they knew that if they made it easy and people could do it readily, that it would make the game more popular.
They're innocent in all this. They're innocent lambs. They did not know.
Wah. No. Bullshit. They can't ever say they intentionally did it. But their actions show that yes, they did.
Okay, but here's my interesting point, right? Nintendo has been going hardcore on YouTube, pulling and reclaiming.
Oh, they were raking in money from anyone doing reviews of the Switch.
I mean, for anything Nintendo.
Oh yeah.
There's not been one web story that I can think of in my head that I've ever seen about them doing it to RedTube or any other streaming service.
Like a paid streaming service, you mean?
Any of them. Go anywhere you want.
What are you talking about?
Any of the Pokemon porn.
Oh, Pokemon porn. Well, they pull it, right? They have it
No.
removed. Oh, they don't? Oh. Strengths may be onto something. Oh, God. Risky click of the day. You dare?
I dare. I'm going to open a new tab.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fine.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah. That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's Pikapool.
Yeah, we wanted to do that.
Buff Pikachu. Dude, that's Pikapool.
Yeah.
Look at that ass. Jesus. That thing's rocking. Oh, my God.
You wish you had that ass.
That's like Mr. T's ass. It'll just rip your dick off. That's from an old Eddie Murphy joke. Never mind.
I kind of want to get Jenna down here to do a critique.
No. Moving on. Just send her the pic. She can gush over it later.
No, she probably would.
Pikapool.
She wouldn't. She'd tear that thing apart.
Dead Chew.
Dead. Boy.
No, we'll stick with Pikapool.
Yeah, better. Use take one. But yeah, no, Nintendo doesn't do anything for their protecting IP as far as from porns on.
As far as like porn parody stuff, they don't even go near it.
No.
Huh? That's weird. You think they would send takedown notices to places because it is their IP.
Yeah.
And they don't even allow parody of their stuff. Like
No.
not at all. So maybe they are secretly like Disney and just deeply into like kids and stuff, you know. That's what I get for watching a bunch of conspiracy theory videos talking about like why Disney did the things he did was to attract children.
Jesus Christ.
I know. It's a dark hole I went down. It was hilarious though.
You gotta stop watching those websites.
I love conspiracy theories though.
So Nintendo's in a bad place.
They're in a super bad place right now. Holy shit.
What's the next move now?
Well, I think they moved the announcement, the full announcement. Secret penises in the background of Disney
Yes.
films. Yeah,
We talked about that before.
I've watched those things, and I got to tell you,
I think
like,
we showed this on this network.
the artists have admitted to doing that stuff.
Yeah.
So if you find it, odds are someone put it there.
Yeah.
And
Why not?
what?
Why not?
I mean, if you had to stare at Ariel for that many hours, oh, you draw a dick in there too.
Yep.
What Daniel Tosh say? Ooh, I love that fish half. But
yeah, what's Nintendo's next move?
okay, so I think instead of doing the announcement on January 17th, which is what they've said.
Yep.
So like, here's the Switch. Here's the ad for the Switch. You're gonna get no more information from us until January 17th.
Yep.
Which is like 3 months before we release it on 3/2/1, I guess, probably March 23rd.
Yep.
I think they moved that to before Christmas.
Okay, smarter.
I think. Especially with all the information that's been released lately, they're going to have to counter a lot of it, and they're going to have to show a complete Nintendo Switch working with full functionality that people can hold and play with, even if it's just celebrities.
God.
Like, they will have to do that.
They have to do something.
And they have to take their lumps. Like when they did, remember years ago, who was it that had like a rock band singing kind of thing? They had like Smash Mouth come out and actually sing one of their songs, and they bombed in the game.
Oh, that was that Guitar?
was that?
No, it was Band Hero.
Yeah, they had the actual band come out and sing their song, and by the game's algorithm, they bombed.
Yeah, they failed. It's like, I wrote this song.
Yeah, they were like, what the fuck? This is bullshit. And that's what Nintendo has to face. They may be in a situation where they go, here's the Switch, have celebrities use it or something in front of an actual live audience, you know, and they're going to live stream the January 17th thing.
Yep.
So they're doing what I'm talking about. They're going to do that.
Yes.
But their screw up was they released this ad this early for no good reason.
To create hype.
But how? Like, it's not helping them.
No, well, they thought it was. They didn't realize how much.
Like, well, fanboys and stuff like ourselves were like, well, this is interesting.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge fan of it, but I like most of this, and I do want to play that. I already feel sorry for the celebs that will endorse this. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so.
Yeah. And it's going to happen. It's going to happen.
That's
It could be us. We just got to get famous enough by January. It could be us, Bill.
Yeah, I don't think we want that. Who's your top three?
Oh, Markiplier.
Markiplier, all right.
Markiplier, definitely. Definitely Markiplier.
Markiplier endorsing this? All right.
Okay. Is he ever anti-Nintendo or anything?
No.
All right.
He's a super nice guy.
Patton Oswalt.
Hang on. Just keep talking about Markiplier.
All right. Yeah. You just want to get a picture of Markiplier up
I just
there?
want to get a picture of everyone you're saying. Markiplier.
All right. Patton Oswalt
Patton Oswalt.
is going to be one.
We'll talk about
And I'm going to go with, as a final,
Yep.
Morgan Webb.
Morgan Webb. I'll do that.
I think she's primed to start doing something in the next few months.
Whoa!
Yeah. Oh, she's smoking.
She's a Maxim hottie.
Yeah.
Morgan Webb.
I think she's primed to start doing something soon enough, so she'll be famous enough. She'll be the female voice of it. Nintendo did the Switch all right, Switch and bait. Oh! OMG Chad?
OMG Chad, yeah, okay, yep.
Is that another person?
Yeah,
okay.
OMG Chad.
I was literally naming off YouTubers that I think I knew about.
He's a Diamond Clubber. He's a Diamond Clubber.
Oh, is he?
Yep.
Good for him. Maybe he should be on that. But yeah, it'll be celebrities playing around with it, and hopefully they don't break the Joy-Con. No, I'm calling them switchblades. Break the blades off of the pad. Ah! Oh, that's OMG Chad?
Yeah, it's OMG Chad. Hang on.
Hello.
There it is.
Oh, yes. I've seen him on other stuff. What else have I seen him on? I've seen him on Diamond Club. Yeah, of course. Seen him exclusively on Night Attack. Then I did the Switch all right, Switch and bait. You got much static on your audio?
Thank you. Checking. I apologize. It's going to be echoey. Test. Hello? Test. Hello? Test. Oh, yeah. Hello? Test. Oh, yeah.
Test.
Hello? Test. Oh, yeah.
Test.
Hello? Test. Oh, yeah.
Test.
Hello? Test. Oh, yeah. Huh.
That was amazing. I could just sit here and do that all day.
That's weird. What's causing that?
Is it connection? Get my fat ass in here. Alright. Just be chords crossing.
Weird. We did a mic check earlier in the day and nothing was wrong.
No, we didn't hear anything wrong. Is it still nice profile there, Shane? Thank you.
Yeah, he's got it.
I got it. I got the if you like Renaissance women, have I got the body for you? It's all kinds of lumpy. ICU has joined. That's not creepy at all. No. But yeah, so Nintendo tried being deceptive in their tactics a little bit, and people are just not dealing with the bullshit very well anymore.
So yeah, I guess you can't. I'm sorry, let me get back on mic. So I guess you can't do the whole business spin and expect no one to really pick up on it.
Well, they didn't do a business spin. They did a... I wasn't saying all good. Yeah, it probably was. Yeah, just something was loose. That's all.
I did plug something into the board when I was cleaning. That was probably just a bad component.
Yeah, that's fine.
Removed.
Thank you for the help. You make our show better. Much
Even
more
though-
than we do.
Yeah, pretty much what I was going to say. Wait.
Oh.
We missed. I wasn't looking. That was a no look.
Dichotomy.
Morgan Webb. So
So sure.
one of these.
And I think Patton Oswalt, just because it's Patton Oswalt, and he's been popular lately. He's been doing a lot of stuff. He's been busy working.
I've lost where we are.
Yeah. Oh, that's fine. I think we're all set talking about Nintendo Switch.
Yeah,
I think
I like that. Switch and
just becoming here makes it better. Thank you, that one fan.
Yeah, Nintendo bait and switch. That's
Definitely.
that's the quote.
That's how did they not see that coming?
You sent me a Google search.
I did. Here's the thing. So let's talk about Walking Dead real quick.
Okay.
I don't want to spoil anything for anyone, but if you've been on the internet at all, you've
really-
had things spoiled for
You
you.
really need that no spoiler.
Now, luckily, none of these article titles, can you zoom into the article titles a bit? Can you enhance that? All right, so Walking Dead Quitters Club, goodbye for real. Scroll down. Violence crosses the line. Just isn't fun anymore. Scroll down.
Yeah.
Emotional torture porn, it always has been. All right, so we can just throw a teddy bear up or something. I don't know.
Oh man.
People quitting once upon a time. Spoil me if you're going to do it anyways, even if I ask for a spoiler alert. Okay, so spoiler alert-ish. If you've been on the internet, you know that in the first episode of season 7, people died. You may not know who.
Whoa, wait, what?
I don't have to tell you who.
People die in the show?
I can just tell you that I was very unsatisfied as a viewer with one of their choices. You know what? I don't read the comics anymore because I hate the Negan character. He's just a two-dimensional cartoon villain, bully, and a masturbatory author character, Gary Stu. He's not good. He's not a good character that's worth reading. But for some reason, he's so popular amongst comic fans of the book that it's just mind-blowing. And then they take my favorite fucking actor, Jeffrey Dean Morgan, the dad from Supernatural, the lead in Losers, the comedian from Watchmen. And we love Losers. That was a great friggin' movie.
That was great.
Couldn't believe that did so badly. They have him playing a character I absolutely loathe. And you know what? I do agree with the estimate that what we saw, episode 1 last week, was torture porn. I think it crossed the line. Not because of the degree of violence, but because of how they mocked the character as the character died. It was just gross. It was just gross what they did. Yeah, The Losers. This was a fantastic movie. Had Chris Evans in one of his last comedic roles he's ever done. Remember he's wearing the pink shirt?
Yeah.
That was like, what? My niece plays softball.
Yeah.
And look at this did. This did shit.
Anyway,
That's insulting. This was a great movie.
Was
Zoe Salinger was in it.
Go watch The Losers.
Ah, it's so much fun. Just a fun movie. Yeah, I nearly vomited. Now, people reacting to the violence and saying the violence was too far, no, they don't know what they're mad at. What they're mad at is the character that was killed. That's what they're mad at. And if you don't know who it is, good. Watch the episode, be surprised or not, I don't know. I was not surprised, I was disappointed. And then they had other characters make choices that were out of character just so they could justify some of the bad actions that took place in that episode. That's bad. When you force a character, you're not going to tell me what I'm mad at. Fuck you. Well, what I'm getting at is when people say that they're mad about the violence, I think if you've been watching the show this long, you can't really be mad at the violence.
I don't know.
But you can be mad at the results of the violence.
I don't know. I think they really... There's a line for violence, and I know you are great at finding lines.
No. I have a huge violence fetish, so don't ask me about the line of violence.
I think, from what... And I have never watched
Oh,
the
yeah,
show.
it just doesn't interest you. But you've talked to your wife about it.
Yeah. And
she was traumatized.
Yeah, but it's like... I've heard and seen clips, like, okay, yeah, there's zombies that get their heads chopped off and Bastion and stuff. This was much further than what they've ever done before in the series.
It's true. This was probably the grossest thing they ever did.
By a wide margin.
And they did it to a character that's beloved, that no one wanted to see die. Certainly not in that fashion.
It really, the way you described it to me, what happened, was very much what I imagine in, like, Ash
from Evil Dead.
Yes.
Yeah, and you could expect that from Ash from Evil Dead.
Level of, like, gore and, like, you know...
But that's also comedic.
Yes.
It's done for laughs.
This was done for real.
This wasn't. This is some epic shit. We're obsessing over how much gore is too much. I know, right? Like, that's why I never thought the gore argument was a valid argument.
I'm not saying what is and is not too much. I'm just saying that it is different than what has been established up to now.
It's true.
In the show.
It's true. Yay, the internet, yeah. Well, Bill makes a good point. This is the most gruesome thing they've done to a human
in this show. This show. Gore, whatever. If you want gore, you love gore, this is it. This is
the goriest thing that they've done to a character. Now, to the zombies and stuff, which they never call them zombies, yeah, they've done some gross stuff. But again, it's almost always played for laughs.
It's like eating a delicious cake with nice frosting, buttercream frosting on top. Mm-hmm. You're like, oh, this is good. And then, like, oh, you love buttercream frosting? And then they put, like, an inch more frosting on top.
Or, when you cut into the cake, you realize that the piece is stuffed with buttercream frosting. The thin, spongy layer of cake surrounding it.
That's
to a cute dog. The villain is a dick, from what I understand in the comics. There's some sick shit that goes on.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And the character... Okay, so, little spoiler. There's a scene where you have a character snuffing out 2 candles out of 4 candles in a pseudo-dream sequence. And people believe that the other 2 candles that are yet to be snuffed out are 2 more main characters this season to be snuffed out.
Gotcha.
So that would be 4 main characters in this season being snuffed out.
Well, I mean, they're making so much money now, they gotta cut the budget somewhere.
And that's how you do it. You get rid of your established cast, you replace them with other people. And here's the thing. Kill Rick and Carl. I don't care about those 2 characters. I know they're the leads. I want them dead. petition to get Crossed as a TV show. At this point, oh my, I don't think Crossed. I don't want to see Crossed live action. Crossed is if the zombie apocalypse, the disease that made people zombies, didn't make them zombies. It made them cannibal rapists.
Oh God, no, Jesus.
Yeah, that's Crossed. They get a burn mark in their face. They start smiling. They swear constantly, and they just want to rape you, kill you, and eat you, and not necessarily in that order. They're Reavers.
I was gonna say, so
from
Reavers.
from Firefly. They're literally Reavers.
All right, so call Josh Whedon. Get him.
Oh, he couldn't. It would kill him to do Crossed. Oh my God.
Would it?
I think no. Josh Whedon is not a torture porn fetishist.
I don't know, man.
He downplayed the Reavers a lot. If you've ever read a Cross comic, which you wouldn't mention Cross if you didn't know about him, oh God. Like, even me, with my violence fetish, is like, nah, I'm good for the most part.
In my headcanon, I like to believe that Josh Whedon, the story was all about the Reavers.
Yeah.
And then all the producers and everyone else around him was like, whoa, no, we gotta rein this one in.
You think so? Maybe.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe.
Why not?
They didn't show any rape or anything. They didn't even show them eating anyone. They just showed them running at people and people trying to kill themselves before.
Yeah.
And that was gruesome enough. But that was good drama. They played up the drama of it. Crossed, the first few iterations played up the drama. He killed off some characters. That's sick enough. He could be in some kinky shit. Yeah, well, no. Josh Whedon also follows the George R. R. Martin rule, which is if you feel like you can't kill a character, then you have to kill that character to serve the story.
Didn't one come before the other?
They both came up about the same time because George R. R. Martin has been doing stuff since the 90s. You got to realize this series is like 20 years old.
Intern alien sex. So yeah, I mean.
Yeah, whatever. That's fine.
God, I don't know. What would you call that?
Yeah.
Are they
So
animals?
the notion of killing off a lead character for the purposes of drama, that's not new. Shakespeare did that stuff. It's the degree of violence behind it.
Right.
You know, Martin is pretty gruesome with it.
Yeah.
Whedon, not so much. He's very good at doing the heroic death.
Okay.
He's very good at honoring his characters with their death.
All right.
And even Tara's death, which people thought was kind of a throwaway in the series, if you've ever followed Buffy at all, it served the story so well because that's what made Willow a villain, was her girlfriend dying in front of her. And that's what's important. You could understand her going black magic.
Oh God. I guess you can get that because I don't know. Yeah, there's a lot of things that happen in Game of Thrones from what I've seen so far, and it's like, oh, he died.
Yep, I would have liked that character.
Moving on.
Yeah, but the thing is, it also, it's the wife I hear.
Yep.
On her death, Hodor. Ooh, that's kind of a spoiler for anyone that hasn't caught up to last season.
Oh, come on. That has been so spoiled.
I know.
You've
There's so
watched
many
the show.
t-shirts and
I know
stuff.
exactly what that's all about.
But you know what? That wasn't a gruesome death. It was a well-served death because it served the story. And that's what I feel is important. If you're going to kill a character, it has to expand the story. It has to make the other characters interesting. It has to make the situation matter. The deaths in episode 1 of season 7 for Walking Dead, I don't believe they serve the story fully. One of them does, but the other one doesn't.
What if one of them comes back?
It can't.
I'm just saying if they did.
Super can't.
If they did.
Unless they went twin. They find the guy's twin. There's no coming back. He'll be back in dream sequences with a couple of the characters, of course.
Let's pull some soap opera crap right here.
That's... Oh, man. I want to watch a soap opera version of The Walking Dead with all of the... soap. Oh, my God. The Walking Soap.
The Walking Soap. Yes.
So you just combine Walking Dead with soap, your favorite show from when you were a kid.
Yep.
And we just go from there.
Billy Crystal's debut.
Was it?
Yeah.
You know what? I bet you could get him back. He's definitely not doing anything right now.
It's true.
Hey, Billy Crystal, why don't you do a zombie soap opera?
I think he would be all about that.
Fight Club? Fight Soap.
Fight Soap.
Soap Club.
Soap Club.
He's in a coma. We won't know if he'll come out till the contract for next season is signed.
What's that? That's from Soap.
Was that a line from one of the... Oh my God, that's amazing. That's amazing. See, that's good stuff right there. So...
Enhance. Local politics.
Yeah. So, final word on Walking Dead.
Oh.
I will not be watching tonight.
Really?
I don't think I'm going to watch it anymore.
Hold on.
I think I'm out. I don't trust the writers of the show. to honor the characters or to honor the story.
I have to set up. I have to stop everything. I have to stop the whole show right now.
I really? I stopped reading the comics after they did this thing in the comics because I didn't think it was interesting. I was like, this is insulting as a reader. And I'm seeing it being done in the show, and I'm like, it's insulting as a viewer to see it being done.
No, and just...
Oh, yeah. We're not even going to... No, you know who I'm voting for? I'm voting for Bernie Sanders.
There you go.
Done. I'm going to write him in. I don't care if he can't win it. That's who I want as president. Done.
We're not talking about the president election.
No. We're going to talk about Maine ballots. We got like 6 things. Unlike California, which has at least 64 that I know of.
What? Oh, well, they're a huge state.
They're a massive state.
They have a lot of problems.
They have like 2 or 3 things talking about the legalization of marijuana. It's bizarre.
Okay, that's a little much, but hey, whatever. We're Maine. We're about as far as way you can get up. Let's write into characters. Yes.
From awesome. Walking Dead. Oh my God! Don't tempt me. Because I still want to believe that Bernie Sanders could win if enough of us said fuck Trump, fuck Trillery. Wow. Neither of you are being voted for Trillery. Sanders. Like I live with that hope.
You, Sean.
Ugh. I'm not even going to play with you on this one. Nope. I can't.
That'd be terrible.
Ugh. We'll destroy the world. All right, so Maine.
Us in Maine.
Because it matters to us. We live in Maine.
It matters to no one else because they probably can't even point to where Maine is.
The weed issue in Maine is interesting. I can talk to you about that because I've looked into that very heavily. I live in Maine. Oh, good for you.
Yay.
Oh, that's awesome. So... we're government workers, so we can never imbibe. That'll never change. That's just how the government is.
Yep.
So legalizing it doesn't affect us personally. However, there is an aspect. I know where you live, Lowell.
I hate Chowmay.
Yeah.
All right.
That's your Maine ballot. Your Chow Maine ballot.
Yep, that's close enough.
Yep. So one of the licenses that you can pick up in Maine involving marijuana.
Yep.
This is important. You can sell it.
Yes.
You can grow it.
Oh, but now you can...
You can package it. That's a separate license.
Did you see that whole whatever it is, that's like, if we vote yes, then we're going to put pot in the hands of children.
That's a complete lie.
Yeah.
That's 100% lie. The law literally has provisions that says this is for anyone over 21 and older. Anyone younger than that is not supposed to have it. And there's already existing laws for owning... or hurt their cottage industry will be ruined by the ballot passes. No, actually it's going to help them because they're going to be able to produce more and sell it locally. People are not going to buy Marlboro brand weed cigarettes. The tobacco companies are not trusted by weed smokers. They're not going to make the money that they think they're going to make.
I don't know. I don't know about that.
The second they put additives into, that product is done. It will not be bought. I promise you. I promise you.
No.
You're talking about the mentality of weed smokers.
You're talking about the mentality of poor weed smokers.
Yeah, and they can get it...
Yeah, that's my point. They can sell it at a much lower price point because they can do it at a much...
I'm going to see how that goes, but I doubt they're going to try to flood the market. It's taxing the hell out of it that matters. Yes, it does. And that's the thing that's going to actually keep the price from being too low is the taxes. And I don't know. I mean...
It's complicated on many different vectors.
The thing that I care about the most here, because I ultimately don't care if big tobacco becomes big marijuana. I think it's a stupid fear because people are not going to want additives in their marijuana. They're just not going to want it like they get it in their cigarettes.
But if you can get that marijuana, and like I said, I don't know, I don't smoke, and I'm just saying from an economic standpoint, but if I can get that for half the price.
With the shit in it and the bad shit in it, I mean, we'll see, but... I don't know. Like, dispensaries are making mad money, and they sell the marijuana at a much higher price than you could get it locally from an illegal dealer.
See your local library.
Yeah. You walk to the local library, open up the book, take the ticket, and then go up to the guy and be like, I found the book. People don't care. They're going to smoke it no matter what. To a degree, I think you'll be surprised. See... We as people assume that everyone's dumber than us and has lower standards than we do, but that's because that's how we keep ourselves elevated amongst one another. That's just a quality that humans have. Most people are not that dumb. Most people are actually not stupid or selfish or greedy. Most people are inherently good. We don't talk about that because that's not interesting. but that's a fact. People are just not that bad. People just don't want to be bothered for the most part. They just want to be left alone.
Yeah.
Now, as far as this is concerned, I just don't feel like they're going to be able to destroy the marijuana industry the way a lot of local people think they will. It's going to be very slow at first. You're not going to see weed farms just cropping up overnight. You're not going to see weed bars cropping up overnight. It's going to take some time as people figure out what's legal and what isn't and what they can and can't do and what licenses they can get, which is the important part. One of the licenses you can get... Oh, look, background checks for gun ownership. Oh, yeah, that one's a no. That's the stupidest thing that they have. And I'll tell you why in a sec. But one of the licenses lets you experiment with marijuana. It lets you actually do scientific studies on cannabis. I don't even know if Colorado does that.
I'm sure they do.
And this is, I don't know. I've heard nothing. I've heard nothing.
Interesting. That'd be an interesting.
That's huge. I mean, LePage has been talking about getting scientists in the state. I think that's why the Republican side of the fence in Maine has been quiet on the marijuana issue. I think they're looking to get science development here in the state.
I'm sorry, I don't want to bring this up.
Yeah, fuck LePage. I know he's an asshole.
LePage, our proto-Trump.
Ugh, his wife did a Trump ad.
Oh,
it was so gross.
Oh, God.
Ugh, his wife.
If
Fuck should be shot. Well, I mean, give it time. Minimum wage to $12. It's $21 in Australia now, but then again, we don't tip.
Yep.
Yes. The tipping thing is an issue.
Relatedly to that, though, there's one restaurant in Portland, Maine, here locally, that has stopped tipping. No, you don't tip the waitresses, wait servers, no one.
Yeah. They give them a fair wage.
Yeah.
Yeah. I that's fine with it. I'm fine with that.
It's sad when that makes like top news.
Well, that became the counterpoint for the minimum wage thing.
Yeah.
But the problem with the minimum wage thing is it doesn't solve the problem. The problem is there isn't enough career opportunities for people out there.
That's true.
You have people that work at McDonald's, they're trying to make a living and trying to feed their kids. They don't have other options.
Yeah.
People act like they do, but they don't. Like, we work at a great place. I wouldn't work there if not for you.
It's true.
It never occurred to me that was ever an option for me to work at until you pushed me to go apply.
And wasn't for Walter, I wouldn't do that.
Exactly. So, yeah. Like, anybody that has a really good paying job that's looking at this minimum wage thing and looking down on it, what, they don't deserve a decent living? And plus, this doesn't happen until 2020. Now, I'm going to vote no on it. I've been wondering why you keep working there, Shane. It pays the bills more than this ever could.
These lights
are expensive. And we have them because we work at the shipyard.
Actually, they're like $50, but that's okay.
Yeah, and that's $50 that we wouldn't be able to afford to work at McDonald's.
All right, that's fair. Fair enough.
Yeah. So the marijuana thing, I want it mostly because of the scientific study opportunities it creates. It doesn't help me personally, but that's been the biggest argument against getting the DEA to allow it to go from Schedule 1 to Schedule 2 has been, there's no benefits behind it. Aussie shipyards get to deal with giant huntsman spiders all the time. Yeah, that's why I live in America and not Australia, because fuck giant spiders.
You guys and your crazy venom things.
Everything's venomous. Fucking the trees are venomous there. There's a version of koala called the drop bear that kills people. Fuck that place.
What?
You ever heard of drop bears?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Everything Australia tries to kill you, yeah. Except genuine koalas. Shane, a phobia with spiders. Well, to a degree, yeah.
To a degree?
I've done better.
All right.
I can't hold them or anything, but I can be in the same room with one.
There you go. You got the laugh out of the drop.
Drop bears are amazing. Yeah. So I'm excited for scientific studies done in Maine for cannabis. Because that's what we have to do. This is why we have to legalize it, is because there are medical benefits behind it.
Yes.
Kids with seizures get CBD, and it instantly stops seizures. It instantly stops them 100%. No return seizures. You just keep taking CBD every day.
Yep.
That's insane to me that is still illegal.
We know a child that would benefit amazingly from that.
Yeah, and you can watch all kinds of videos and scientific evidence showing that, hey, this is what happens.
Yep.
That's the problem. That's the problem. Is the federal grants. Because that's what helps promotes a lot of study is the government going, we have a problem, here's some money, someone fix this problem.
Here's the problem I see for us, where we work at a government facility, right?
Yeah.
There's been no email. There's been no communication about this.
About Prop 1?
About Prop 1.
I think they're gonna just not change anything. I think as a welder, I'll still get randomly drug tested along with crane operators and a few other people.
I'm just
but I don't think
surprised-
they're going to do a major... Because think about it. What if this passes
Yep.
and then they decide to do a mass drug test at the shipyard? How many people are going to be fired?
Oh, amazingly. Like a large swath.
Yeah, imagine having to look out for cow pats from the sky if cows could fly.
Drop cows.
Drop cows. Oof, that'd be scary. Still won't get federal through Congress. So yeah, but that's the thing. Like, this is why all the states have to legalize it. We have to in order to change the federal regulations. They had a window of opportunity. I'm sorry, a barn's door worth of opportunity to fucking control this.
Yeah.
And they chose not to. The DEA has been lying to us. There's no doubt about that they're lying about marijuana. The question is why? Is it because they know that it reduces... Okay, here's my quick rant. Is it legal in Canada yet?
Oh,
Should
quick.
be, but I don't know.
All right.
So here's a quick rant.
I wish I had a timer.
So, well, you could make one, maybe next time. So here's a quick rant. So, the DEA says Schedule 1 for marijuana because it's bad and it does nothing for you.
Sure.
But we find that, well, psychocannabinoids, which is the active ingredient in marijuana, which affects your body directly in a positive way,
Okay.
is what your body uses to regulate cells. So that cells die when they're supposed to, when their DNA gets fucked up, that their mitochondria and everything else runs fluently so that there's no further infection, no further breakdown of DNA, thus, no cancer. This is what it does. It actually helps your body fight naturally occurring cancer. There was a study. Smokers, non-smokers, pot smokers, smokers of both, right? Smokers have this rate of cancer. Non-smokers, this rate of cancer. Smokers of marijuana, the same rate as non-smokers. Smokers of both, dramatically less. Dramatically less chance of getting cancer.
Not
Even
smoking-
if-
I mean, you can't.
Not enough.
you
Not
can't-
smoking enough pot causes cancer. Apparently, it's like touching the paper. Yeah. I know, right? But here's the thing. What if imbibing cannabis on a daily basis, in small quantities, mind you,
Yeah.
was enough to reduce cancer in a person by 10%?
You
All right?
10% better.
Yeah, say you have 10% less chance of getting cancer.
I would
Now
be-
take all the people that have died
I'd be
of cancer.
I'd be undecimated.
All the people that have died of cancer in the past 50 years, because that's how long this has been going on.
Yep.
The DA's been fighting this for 50 fucking years now. Since the 60s, right? Take 10% of those people and say they didn't die.
Then our Social Security would be fucked.
But they'd be healthier and happier, and they'd be spending more of their money on munchies. So,
All right. Never
I mean,
mind.
joking aside, imagine now what if it's half?
All right.
What if you could look at every person that had a family member die of cancer and say, flip a coin. That person might live.
That'd be amazing.
If you're the DEA, you fucking fight tooth and nail to keep this illegal. You will kill people to keep this illegal. Because what happens when the public goes from thinking, oh, pot's just a funny little thing that hippies want to fucking smoke and it's harmless. Because that's the general mentality now, is it's harmless.
Yep.
That's why this is working. What if that becomes, oh, this fights cancer? This could have kept my grandfather alive for another 10 years. This could have prevented my mother from dying. This could have saved my son. You will see the DEA brought before Congress. You will see people pulled out of retirement brought before Congress to have to answer for why they fought a cancer cure. Because that's how it'll be framed. It won't be a cancer cure.
I don't know, man. That's...
But it actually does prevent your body from developing any form of cancer. It actually helps in that to a very large degree, to a noticeable degree. When that becomes public knowledge, when that becomes a publicly accepted thing, you got on this? Oh my God. I wish it was one thing. If you go to the government cancer website, cancer.gov, that's actually where you can get a lot of this information. They're actually starting to acknowledge testing. They've been acknowledging it since June of last year. They've been acknowledging that this works on cancer.
I think we reported on
We
this.
reported on that, but it was only for testing of like animals and stuff. No human testing
Oh, that's
allowed.
right. That's right.
But, I mean, if you're finding that it works in mice, then usually that's a sign that it can work in humans.
Not will, but can.
Can. And that's the important thing, is that if this is true, even a little bit, and they've been fighting this for years, there are people dead because of the DEA. Literally dead because they fought this.
Yeah.
this will be a nightmare scenario for them. And whoever's in charge of the DA today, they inherited this. They didn't create this problem. They're just covering it up. Cannabis can reduce the size of tumors, but that's just the headline. Well, here's the thing, though. What it does is the cannabis actually starves the tumors. It reduces blood flow to them.
So yeah, I mean that's what happens when you use steroids and tumors.
Yeah, it does the same kind of effect. So we already have an example of how that does work.
So yeah, it does come back. It didn't really go anywhere. It just when you cut off the blood vessels to it, it just shrinks in size because it doesn't have as much mass.
Yeah.
And then it will.
Then you can cut it out a lot easier with less chance of it spreading back again.
Yeah.
Yeah, the studies are not perfect because we don't have perfect science on it yet. Industry would definitely destroy is over-the-counter pain meds. I don't know about that because it doesn't remove pain; it only distracts you from it.
I mean, it's not just pain meds; it's meds in general. Our pharmaceutical, the way we handle pharmaceuticals and import.
Never buy Tylenol again. You're right about that. I would never buy a acetaminophen again because that's bad for your liver. You shouldn't be taking it in large numbers.
Also, go watch Adam Ruins Everything. He does a whole segment on that.
You just won't learn about all this until the 3% tax on income from education.
Is that in here?
Yeah, French law forbids food waste by supermarkets. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean that's
what's crazy?
Oh, what's that?
Is the amount of no ads I see for this.
Oh, because it's all people that don't want to get taxed on the 3%.
Yeah.
If you're making $200,000 a year, you don't want to have to give up $6,000 of that.
Yeah.
And that's what they're saying. You make $200,000, we're going to take $6,000 from you. And that hurts. That hurts my giant paycheck.
It does.
Now here's the thing too. It's not like they can't dodge this tax. They're just going to reduce their income to below $200,000.
Yeah.
They're just going to have more write-offs. That's all it does is force the upper 1% to do more write-ups, do more write-offs in order to, so it forces them to actually invest more.
Yeah.
Because if you invest money, it reduces your overall income.
Let's go down here real quick. Background checks and firearms. That's a big
no because that punishes people in northern Maine. It doesn't actually stop criminals. Now, I'm not a gun owner myself, but I refuse to tell anyone not to own a gun just because I might be uncomfortable with them. That's bullshit.
Yep.
I also don't think the government should know what guns you have. I think they should be able to know that you can own a gun, but I don't think they should know what guns you have. I have a problem with that. Question 5 is too boring to even mention.
Really?
Establish a statewide ranked choice voting. It is boring because it's all math, but it is a better choice. So vote yes on 5 just because it will produce better results for voting. And if you don't understand the math, well, there's a reason why we need to use this system. It's because most people don't understand math that well.
This is why we got LePage.
That's how you get LePage. If you have... I'm surprised he's not speaking out against this. Because you wouldn't get LePage.
I don't know.
I don't think you would.
I think LePage knows he's pretty much done.
No, he's growing strong. He's expecting Trump to win.
Oh, God.
Minimum wage by 2020. I want to say yes because I like automation. I want to see more automation.
Yep.
But I think if it passes, even though there's no immediate effects, you're going to see a lot of businesses closing down and a lot of people not from this state leaving this state and no longer running businesses in this state. Gray has an amazing video on ranked choice voting done in response to a recent UK election. Was it positive or negative? Because I thought it was always positive, but I could be wrong. Maybe someone has a better counter-argument. Anticorruptionact.org. We need to look into that. I didn't even know that was a thing.
Positive towards
ranked choice. Thank you. Well, again, I feel like from what I've seen of it, it's a good thing and that it should be pushed. We'll look up that website. Yeah, question 5. So boring.
I think it was sarcasm, but that's okay.
It's time to end corruption. The American Anti-Corruption Act makes it illegal to purchase political influence and puts power back in the hands of the people. That's a lot of buzzwords. That doesn't mean anything.
The sad thing about this in Maine here is that it is nobody... Everyone who's voting for this, as far as the absentee vote, they have no idea what this thing is, and so they've just been voting no. On what,
the election thing?
On the election thing, because they don't understand what it is.
And that's the problem. That's why
And since they don't understand what it is, they're like, I don't know what that is. Fucking no.
Yeah.
And the bonds. The bonds are a good one. If I click on question 6, will they tell us the percentage? Because that is important.
So what is the percentage
Somewhere in the 30% range.
of what people approving
Interest?
it?
No, interest. The interest we pay on the $100,000 bond.
Oh wow, that's massive.
37%.
All right, Person 6 was designed to qualify the state for a 137 in federal government matching funds for Maine transportation projects. Okay. Of $100 million, $80 million was designed to go towards that. Also designed to qualify the state for an additional $37 million. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay. But does it say what we have to pay back on it?
It doesn't. Not in this, I guess. Not on...
Oh, wait. Oh, scroll up. Maybe it did. Maybe it did right there. Scroll up by the row. Do you favor $100 million bond to be used to match an estimated 137 in federal and other funds? Okay, so we're not even matching the full 137. There's a $137 million fund.
$33 million in interest.
6% over 10 years. I mean, if we're getting 137 from the government and we're matching 100 million,
yep.
Does it mean that we don't get the 137 if we don't pass this?
Yes.
Then we pass it.
All right. So we pay $33 million
to get an extra 137 million.
All right. Fair enough.
I mean, that's $104 million profit, so I think it's good. I mean, I could be doing something wrong here, but that seems like a good deal.
This is where we need... Did Ruben...
I know.
Yes, was Ruben one of you
Well,
guys?
would Ruben know this, or would Chris really be the better one to ask about this?
No, Chris would be, but Ruben just commented on my post.
Oh, what did he comment on?
He said, woo, with an open bracket, L open bracket, and then the rest of the woo.
Yeah, we indeed have a sex party in Australia. Yeah, we don't have them here because we're all gross looking. We're not hot Australians like you Larrys and Sheilas or whatever the hell they call men over there.
God.
Joeys? I don't know.
Oh, God.
It has better policies than the major parties too. That just doesn't surprise me in the slightest.
No. I mean...
So, going down the line. Question 1, yes. Question 2?
Yes.
Yes? Yeah, okay, yeah.
Yes.
Question 3, no.
Yeah, no.
Question 4...
Yes.
I'll have to read it again, but probably yes. Question 5, yes, even though everyone's voting no. It's frustrating. Question 6, yes.
So very positive this year.
I tend to vote yes. I mean, I know that a lot of people vote no on these bonds because they're like, I don't want the government spending more money. They're going to spend it anyways, you assholes. This is just you having control over what they're spending it on as opposed to them deciding.
Government will find
a way.
A way.
Yeah. Chaos theory at work.
All right.
Most porn is from Auslan. There are some Aussie starlets that I do appreciate, so. They make them busty over there, though. Big tits are very important to both Australians and Mexicans, I've noticed.
I thought all right, maybe. I don't know.
Star Trek style transporters?
Yeah,
no, because teleportation doesn't work the way you think it does. You have to destroy the atoms and recreate them somewhere else, so you have to die and be rebuilt. If they can do conservation of energy, then you would never experience your death.
I like how they kind of touch upon that in Enterprise.
Do they?
Kind of. Like, they, skim the very surface of it.
Just to, shut up us science nerds talking about it?
Yeah, where it's like everyone's super hesitant about using teleporters because, you're not you anymore.
Yeah, you're new you. Well, it's like going to sleep and then waking back up. Just ask a neuroscientist about consciousness. And to them, you die every time you go to sleep.
Yeah, true. But yeah, no, they definitely do
yep.
Just barely touch that water.
They kiss it. They just
gently, like a gentle butterfly.
It's not quite a teabagging. Not quite.
Butterflies.
What's wrong with Enterprise, anyways? I don't get that. That show got.
Oh, they hate it. Did no? I can understand why it did.
Oh, I just started watching
just because it wasn't the show when it came out.
It wasn't what people wanted.
It wasn't what people wanted at all. They did not want to go from Deep Space Nine and
they didn't want a pussified version of Firefly.
Yeah, and
that's what it was.
When it came out, it was definitely.
They tried very hard to be like Firefly.
It was definitely not the show that anyone in Star Trek. Because this also takes back before any of the movies. Movies.
This was supposed to be establishing canon, new canon.
Yeah, new canon, and then it just fell right on its face. Unfortunately, I just started watching it myself recently, a couple months ago.
Didn't you just finish it a week ago or something?
I got up to season 5, and
it's pretty far.
Stopped.
Hey, I stopped at season like 3, so you went, and I watched it when it was being aired, so you went farther than me.
And it's not that bad of a show. It's not that bad of a show.
No, I mean, I like Archer. I love T'Pol. Oh my god, I wish that actress, Jolene Blalock, had more roles.
Until they get to season 5, and the whole season seems to be, it's going to be a time thing. Yeah.
I don't know why they thought time travel was a good idea, other than to try to tie in future stuff with it.
And you know what? Scott Bakula...
And it's true, they put the Quantum Leap guy in Enterprise. You'd think it would have made the time travel palatable, but it didn't.
No, they had one episode with his co-star from Quantum Leap.
With Ziggy?
Yeah.
Ah!
Yeah, he does show up in one season. For one episode. And that was
I thought
good.
that guy had other Star Trek roles in, like, Generations or something. The co-star, the guy who played...
did he?
We always talked about Ziggy. The guy
I'm not a huge Trekkie, so maybe he did.
I could have sworn. I might be confusing it with someone else that looks kind of like him. Never
I
mind.
have no idea.
Never mind. I have to look that up.
No, but the show, you go back and watch it now when it's been so much time has passed, and you got when you're not in the moment, I think it's an okay show. Till you get to season 5, where I just got annoyed with just time travel thing, and I'm like, no, stop it.
Well, they really touched upon it heavily in season 3, and that's when I lost interest, because I could see where it was going. I could see the future, and I didn't like it. It's like Walking Dead. I know how this season plays out now, and I don't care.
Yep.
Because I don't want to see it. I don't want to see these characters be broken down and built up again. I've seen it. And it was good, and now it's not.
And now, again, with the next Star Trek show...
Luke Cage, I'm 2 episodes in, you're 4 episodes in. We got to finish that series.
Yes.
That has been... The little I saw of it, I loved.
4? You?
You.
I'm on 3.
I thought you...
I'm on 3.
Oh, okay. Well, Jenna made it seem like you watched 2 episodes after 2.
After 1.
So 3. Okay. Marvel, Netflix stuff. I know. We just got to get caught up on... we're trying to keep up with S.H.I.E.L.D.
S.H.I.E.L.D.'s good.
We've been keeping up with S.H.I.E.L.D. We've enjoyed it.
The last 2 seasons of S.H.I.E.L.D. have been amazing. If you jumped out on 1, and I can't blame you, because it did get stale in the very beginning, and
they were all like, you guys need to give us a chance. It's like, no, you need a show that's good from the fucking start, not 8 episodes in.
Yeah, and 2 didn't help themselves either.
No.
But the last 2 seasons, 3 and 4, man.
Ghost Rider stuff, better than you would think.
Yeah.
I was surprised by how much I was impressed by it.
We were ready to write that right off.
Oh, yeah. I was going to watch 1 episode and walk away. Black Mirror, not that good. Great ideas, and the acting is superb. It's all British actors and British stories.
What is...
Black Mirror is Outer Limits, but it's a British show. So, like, every episode is like an hour to an hour and a half long.
No, okay.
And it's very thorough in their explorations of social media, of future technology. There are episodes I want to see because I've seen previews and like, oh, it looks interesting. But I started watching from season 1 and I got like 3 episodes in and I was like, oh my god, I can't even keep up. I can't even follow what they're doing. It's just so boring. Because they take forever to get to a point.
Gotcha.
And I'm such a stupid American that I want very concise storytelling. Synthetic bees being used to kill people is quick to me. Yeah, oh, Bill can't watch that episode.
I'm out.
Whoa!
Peace out. Drop the mic on that one. See
ya. Yeah, you think I'm bad with spiders. He's worse with bees.
Yeah, no, and you guys with your bees, and they're fucking about as big as my hand. No, thank you.
Oh, like in Australia, yeah. Yeah, so Black Mirror, if you can tough through it, it will definitely challenge your views on things. So it's a very smart show, but I kind of wish I was reading it as a book and not trying to watch it as a show, because the pacing is not what I'm good at dealing with.
Well, that's pretty cool.
It's a very British show that way, which is weird because normally I like very British shows.
Speaking of books, Ahsoka, Star Wars Ahsoka came out a couple weeks ago. I wanted to talk about last week. I forgot. Yeah. I downloaded the audiobook, which is read by Ahsoka herself, the voiceover for Ahsoka Tano from Clone Wars,
which is pretty cool,
and Rebels. So that's pretty cool. Is she the greatest audiobook reader?
I was listening a little bit, and I was like, I don't know if I could listen to her do this. I don't love the character that much.
It's a little rough. It's a little rough that when she starts doing, like, Maul lines and her lines.
Did she do it somewhat mockingly? This is why I can't do audiobooks.
Yeah.
This is why I can't do audiobooks.
Yeah.
Because I want every character to have a different voice, and I want the narrator to be a different voice, and I want sound effects.
And they have sound effects, and they got the lightsabers,
but it's the same person reading all the characters, and that's what I don't like.
Yeah, I mean, she has enough range to do a massive range for the different female lines, and there's
Oh yeah,
there's
but then
fine-
you add in male ones.
the male ones just sound.
Does
like
it sound
her-
like she's mocking
Yeah,
Maul?
she's mocking. She's making like a mock Maul, like ha ha ha.
I'm Darth Maul.
Yeah,
Bang!
not that bad, but it's like, yeah, it is. It is definitely. It definitely is like something you.
I want a dramatic reading video from you, Shane. when my voice is better, yes.
Yeah.
Like this is gonna kill my voice for the rest of the day.
It's definitely an acquired taste. Like when I first was watching it, and they get right into Maul, and I'm like, ooh, I don't know. This is rough. This is rough. I might be picking up the book. But like 2 hours in, I'm like, no,
You toughed it through.
it grew on me.
You
It's
got
fine.
more patience than I do.
So yeah, no, Ahsoka, great. Anyways, go buy the book. I recommend the book. Anyways, from what I've heard so far, it's amazing.
If you're a fan of it at all, or you're just interested in looking into it, I mean, the shows are worth it. They're worth your time.
Yeah, if you want to know what happened to Ahsoka after post Clone Wars, which just drops off the freaking radar and not to be seen.
What's the
again.
name of the book, Bill?
Ahsoka, Star Wars Ahsoka.
Ahsoka, Star Wars Ahsoka?
Star Wars Ahsoka.
All right, that's it.
Star Wars.
Yeah. Well, she's from Clone Wars, so it's her time after Clone Wars before Rebels, because there's a massive chunk of time there.
Oh boy, D-Enhance.
Ahsoka Tano.
Ahsoka Tano. Novel. Jesus. You think that would just come up, but no, I guess not.
Nope, not the first thing.
There it is.
Yeah, bring that picture up so people can see it.
Pow! There it is. Star
Yeah.
Wars Ahsoka.
Ahsoka. I like her younger,
Did
and
we-
I hate saying that out loud, but
Yeah, that's weird.
I don't know what it is. It's just something about the headpiece. Just I liked it when it was subtler.
I mean, it is. It's
It's fucking prominent as fuck right now. There's no denying what fucking species she is.
Are you whatever
That
those things
one.
are called shaming?
With all the weed talk, I keep thinking it's weed realted.
What?
I missed something here.
Oh, did we miss the PS gaming part? No, we kind of talked about Switch in the beginning, but didn't really talk about
Yeah,
gaming.
talked about the Nintendo Switch a bit. So, quick recap: we talked about the Nintendo Switch because we talked about it very at length last week, and then this week we found out that it didn't do very well. That Nintendo's stocks dropped and
everything tanked and everyone's sad, and now they got
Yep.
to do a lot of backtracking.
Yep.
I don't know what they're gonna do. The next 6 months is gonna be real interesting to watch Nintendo.
all
Games.
the weed talk. Everything is weed related now.
Let's hit the Ahsoka. You're right. That does sound like a glass bong one would use.
Dude, my Ahsoka's huge, and I just cleaned it. Bruh, what do you put in your Ahsoka? Dude, nothing but the finest of Fiji waters.
Jesus. Any games you playing right now besides? I don't even know what you're playing right now.
Oh, I don't even know what I'm playing right now. I'm actually playing a bunch of digital card games because I'm thinking I want to start doing a streaming thing where I do digital card games on a daily basis.
Yep.
Just got to get my shit together in my room so I can have a green screen for what I want to do, which should be fun and interesting. We'll see if I get it ready for tomorrow.
Who cares about this green screen? But
Well, it's also because this is communal. Like, my room is secure.
all right.
This
You-
is communal.
You like your room.
I have to compete with not just you working in here, but also your son wanting to be down here, and then Jenna doing laundry daily, like every day. You people go through so many clothes. So, yeah, like, I know I painted this wall myself, but
I'm
again,
starting to
it was
change
under
out
the
the shirt
auspicion
now.
that we were going to have a glow-in-the-dark,
Yeah.
writable, like,
Oh yeah.
what happened to your card game you're working on? I came to the realization that
Game development is hard.
the game build is super hard, and as many ideas as I have, there's just a lot of games out there. I'm not in a position to do that. I'm getting ahead of myself.
After
Like, I need to be in the industry before I can start thinking about making a fucking game.
after what I saw when I went to Gen Con this
Yeah.
year and saw what it takes to make a card game and promote a card game and
Oh, yeah.
what happened with the contender,
Yep.
Justin Robert Young's card game,
Yep.
it's like you don't make the card game. You make the mechanics
Yeah.
and you sell that.
Yeah.
Like if you have designs and logos and all and like
Yeah.
characters and a flesh no
No, it doesn't matter.
you've already gone way too far.
No, you make the mechanics. And I have mechanics for so many different game ideas.
Yeah.
I just can't
It's selling that.
I'm in no position to do that because I've produced nothing. It's the catch-22.
Yeah.
I have to be in the industry talking with people that have access to this kind of stuff and these kind of people, and then I have to convince them to give me a chance to express my ideas and for them to actually use those ideas in a way that's marketable. And there's a lot going on there. Now, you can self-produce, yes. But again, I'm in no position to do that right now. So I'm going to try to do stuff that I can do, not focus on stuff I can't do. See, what you experienced at Gen Con is what I experienced at last PAX when I was looking at all the indie stuff and going, okay, if I wanted to be an indie producer of my own games, what would I have to do? And it's a lot of work. It's not impossible, but I don't enjoy what I'm looking at. I prefer to do ideas. I prefer to be that lazy fuck that doesn't, like, oh, take my ideas and make them a game. No one's gonna do that. Like, you have to be someone in the industry first. So I'm gonna try to find another avenue in. And if that means trying to do streaming of digital card games and talking about digital card games, then that becomes my stream. And there's really not many people that do that. Most people tend to focus on one game. I want to focus on a variety of games.
Congratulations, Shane. We are in a we're under fire, Shane.
I'm a nuke ready to go off. Someone's gonna get killed.
We're in a I don't know how many way tie for our 192th rank on the
Was it Diamond Club?
Yeah, the movie draft.
We submitted in the movie draft?
Yeah, why not?
Oh, okay. What did you submit for the movie draft?
I submitted a whole bunch of bullshit.
Resident Evil,
yep.
50 Shades Darker,
yep.
Lego Batman movie,
yep.
Bad Santa 2, Allied.
No. Just
Oh, okay.
Enhance.
Well, Mona hasn't come out yet. 50 Shades Darker, has that come out yet? Did the Lego Batman movie already come out?
No.
Okay, so like 3 of them haven't come out yet, so whatever. But, I mean, Resident Evil Final Chapter, that already came out, and that
No, it
couldn't... It hasn't?
No.
Oh, so nothing's come out.
No,
Like,
nothing.
what the fuck? How do we even have $100?
No, we don't. That's what we spent.
Oh, okay. Okay. How much did you put on each one?
No, we don't pick. It's assigned. It's based. The money is based on what they paid for it.
Okay. All right. So, all right.
Will this do well? Probably not. But whatever.
Okay. Odd choices all around.
50 Shades Darker. Yep.
Yeah.
We're in for 50 Shades
I don't
Darker.
think it's good. I don't think that's gonna do as well as people think.
No, I think it's gonna do junk.
Yeah. Ugh. Ugh.
All right, let's finish it up for the week. PlayStation View is now on Android TV, now Mac and PC later.
I'll narrate. Yep. I'll gladly read 50 Shades Darker out loud for you.
Oh God, no.
You buy me a fucking copy, I'll do it.
Oh God, no. That's a cheap investment.
Oh shit, I shouldn't have said that.
You're right. That's a
No, I said it.
You said it. That's on tape. Somewhere. PlayStation View is now going to be on Android and also Mac and PC later. That's a huge thing because that means PlayStation's now desperately trying to break into the cord-cutting market.
We'll buy you the boost to go with it.
A boost? A boost?
Probably talking about the book.
Oh boy.
I would need the book to read. I'm not going to read it off of a Kindle or some shit. Get a nice microphone, a candle lit. We'll get a video going. I'll read 50 Shades Darker, having never read the first one.
I mean, we have the audio booth.
We do have the booth, which I do want to possibly steal from you at some point. Mike's Lemonade.
Over there.
I'm heading over there in like 15 minutes. But fighting Sixer these days is the tough part. Oh, booze! Oh, yes, I will definitely need to be drunk for this. Holy fuck. A full live reading of the book?
Non-stop.
Oh.
Like, you can do that shit for charity.
What charity wants that money? It's just dirty money. Jesus. I'm reading a book that promotes rape. Sure. Oh. I didn't want it, but then I did. No, don't ever put that in a book. That's horrible. We should turn this into a charity. A charity for... You know what? Oh my God. What would be the worst thing we could do it for? Like a charity for rape victims. And I'll read 50 Shades Darker.
Oh, God.
Is that the worst thing possible? Is it? Get Ruben that plays PS4.
Oh, yeah.
The
Oh,
PS4
boy.
he's always wanted.
No, we don't talk about that. We got yelled at for that one.
You gotta talk to me about that one later.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on.
PlayStation TV is now cutting into the cord-cutting market. Pretty interesting reason, because this was only on PlayStation. You can
A
only
battered woman's shelter. Yes, a battered woman's shelter. We have one nearby.
Yeah, we do, actually, sadly. It's sad that we do have one. No, actually a few.
No, what's sad is that you always see the women out front with their fucking boyfriends that put them there.
No, that's also sadder. Oh, hey, thank you, PlayStation View, for telling us you're now available on Android TV.
Hey, start your free trial now!
So it's pretty interesting where you can... Where is it? I had it all queued up, and now it's gone.
You did, and now it's gone
It's
because
gone.
you were
It
not good
really-
at this at all.
Gone. It's just gone.
What are you trying to do?
We had the channel progression.
Oh, that was like bottom of the screen, dude.
You're at the bottom of the screen. Here we are.
That wasn't the bottom of the screen before. What the fuck happened?
There it is.
Okay, there we go.
There we go. So basically, for what did we say, $30 a month? $30 a month.
You get 55 channels, so
You get 55 channels. For Sling, for let's say the $25 a month, $5 less, you get about the same amount of channels, except that you don't get the big broadcast networks on-demand stuff.
yeah, that's the difference. That's what View gets. You get on demand.
You get the
But that isn't that
yeah.
great because
Fox.
I don't see Twit on there. I don't think it has on either of them.
God, is Twitch still a thing? I don't even know. I haven't looked at that site in forever.
I know Amazon Twitch is a big thing right now.
Yeah, we talked.
A lot of streamers are very happy about Amazon
No,
Twitch.
Twit, not Twitch.
I know, but
We're not
Twit's dead. We're not even talking about Twit. He's just being facetious. He's just being a dick when he brought that up. I'm talking about Twitch. You're right. I got off topic. I'm sorry. I don't see Twit there either, and I don't expect to. So
Yeah, I hope not. God, please, no. That would mean they're a major broadcast network. But no, this is interesting. If they're trying to cut into the market, or cutting
Twit
market.
Dick for the win.
No,
Dick Twit, you mean?
no,
Like a dick pic?
No, he shared his like his pictures on his Drive Live. Oh yeah. Guess what one of them was?
Was it a dick pic?
Yeah,
No shit. Who was this?
Leo Lepore.
Wait, that old fuck?
Yeah.
I mean, did he at least have a magnificent penis?
No.
Oh man, why would you take a picture of it then? It's not going to grow bigger. Your audio bite saying it's dead. Leo Ledick.
It was terrible.
Look, if the information changes, we'll say something different. But until that time, like, we stand by our statements.
Yeah.
And now we're going to end on a palate cleanser.
And just talking about Leo Part 6 to this grandmother who releases her 300th video about when she plays games and stuff. She's adorable. I think we talked about her before. I think she was one of our way old cold opens. She was the grandmother that was going around GTA.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. She's still around. She's still doing her thing.
Well, she was we watched her do a Skyrim thing, and that was pretty hilarious.
I would play it, but the volume is so incredibly low that is ridiculous.
But definitely want to look her up. It's in our show notes. Anyone can access them and look at them.
Yeah. Right here. I think that still works.
Anyone cares. But Gaming's grandma posts her 300th video.
Yep,
That's
so
impressive.
She's an adorable old woman that just plays Skyrim and all other violent video games, and is pretty competent. And she's just her adorable view on how she plays. It's
I don't know if I'd call her competent. Oh, there's my bow. Like, she couldn't find her bow.
well, it's fine.
And then her if she didn't have
She
companions,
still headshotted a dude for a shot.
she has the slow down time. She at least knows how to play somewhat confidently. But she has companions that kept her alive. She would have been dead if not for her
They don't
companions.
just give you those things. You had to go out and get them.
They kind of give them to
All
you.
right, well,
They're-
they
you
give
just
you
got to
right.
show up.
You're right.
It's pretty much
But
most
you had
most
to-
of Skyrim is showing up to an area and then you get shit. Like, the fighting is not even that impressive.
It's like Disneyland. Welcome.
Yeah, just show up and you get free shit. Like, ooh. You make show notes but can't be bothered to upload it to your YouTube.
I mean, that's true.
Oh, we don't put a link on the YouTube. We got to put a link on the YouTube then. That's all.
What?
Put a link to the show notes in the YouTube description.
That's a good point. That's a really good point.
Just saying, like, that's something.
Yeah, no, I
you make our show better.
I didn't even realize.
You guys make our show better.
That's a really good idea. I have learned something today.
That sounds like work. It does.
It is work, let me tell you.
I mean, we're not going to get
He's
better
not
without
wrong.
work.
I didn't upload last week's because I'm lazy.
Well, you're also working on something very important for Rue and another podcast.
Which is late.
We're doing work for another podcast.
Which I'll be ending this and then working on that because it's late and I'm terrible.
Yeah. It's fine. You're doing what you got so far. It looks pretty amazing. So
Yep.
we'll definitely show it off. Maybe next episode.
Yep. Well, I mean, if you stick around, I'll probably just be editing it live as part of the Diamond Club production thing.
Yeah. And I got till tomorrow to post something, so that's good.
Yep.
I got something in mind. We'll see what happens.
Maybe tonight we can do the praying we talked about last week.
Okay. Yep. You got a keyboard to smash?
Yep.
All right. You'll find out more about that later. Or I harass you on Steam for a sneak peek. You could harass us on Steam for a sneak peek, but we'll probably be sneak peeked on Diamond Club.
Yeah, you don't need to, like, literally, just don't even have to move. Beyond that, that's all I got.
Yeah, if you like free games, which who doesn't? Hearthstone, not too much free to play, but if you like games like Hearthstone, Shadowverse is now on Steam. This is a Korean-made game, and it is so free to play that you don't have to spend a dime to get cards. It's real easy to get cards in that game. And there's another one I'll be trying out called Faria, which is like similar to Hearthstone, like a digital card game. You power and toughness, and you get mana and shit, but you have a board, and you have to move your pieces up to the board to actually attack your opponent. So there's a lot of board interaction involved in this card game. Hex is a card game also, yes, that I thoroughly enjoyed, and am still very disappointed that Wizards has not released it as a digital card game.
Vex, Cards of Hate.
Millennial Blades, which is also a CCG simulator. We gotta figure out a good way to stream that, because we have to play that and stream that.
No, we definitely, and we have to. If we're going to stream that live, we absolutely must enforce the time limit.
Oh, that's 100%. That's a given. That's a given. That's I'm not worried about that.
Yeah.
No, it's making sure that the rules that I'm reading on the card match what's in the fucking book.
No.
Dude.
No.
I don't know if you guys noticed, but half the time I'm on my phone looking up the rules, trying to find errata, and making sure everything that I'm doing works the way I think it's supposed to work. And, like, being very disappointed it doesn't. I had a very bad game that day. I walked off from the table and had to come back and, like, all right, I'm not gonna be an asshole. I'm gonna finish the game, but man, I don't want to play right now. You can play this video for me as an ender.
Oh boy.
There's a lot of trust here. Pretend you give a shit about the election.
God, no, we're already banned.
No, we don't need the Onion fucking banning us too.
Yeah.
Sorry, man. We can't play any... you notice we don't play videos too much anymore because anytime we play sound or an image for too long, YouTube just fucking pulls you. Arcana on SNES, yes, I remember that, but I didn't... Yeah. And, again, that's not a game that's readily available, so I can't stream playing that right now.
I mean, you could.
Not legally.
Oh.
I get an emulator for it, no problem, but Twitch doesn't allow that either. They don't let you do emulators to show games.
Really?
I'm pretty sure that was something in the user agreement.
Oh, I'm sure it's in the user agreement, but I don't think it was anywhere.
Oh, you think it's enforced? It might be. Okay, it might be one of those things where it's like, we like you, we'll ignore that rule.
I don't think that's... How would you enforce that?
Some games you can tell they're an emulator and not the actual game. YouTube has raped being a contender provider.
You are not wrong on that. That's...
What?
Yeah. It's impossible hard to be a content provider on YouTube nowadays. If you're not already established.
Oh, has raped being a content provider. Okay. Words eluded me there. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, they have. And yeah, today, if you're going to be All right, here we go. So, if you're going to do something on YouTube today, get a Patreon account. That's simple.
Yep.
Get a Patreon account and focus on your Patreon. No problem. I just please don't use rape to describe something like that. It's a bad enough word. You know, just say what it is. They're violating their own people. They're violating their own service.
It took a while for the 90s.
Now we can pick out 90s.
Oh, God. Justin, shush. We're not done yet.
So what are you looking at right now?
I'm just making sure that we covered everything, and we have.
We have. I think we did a great job. Battered YouTuber syndrome. Yes!
Oh, God.
Yes, I like that.
I would-
Violating is the right word. Yes, I mean, yes. When we say raped, we mean violating. But because of our friggin' triggered society now, it's just better not to use that word if you can help it.
Yep.
You know? Just if you can help it.
I have a lot.
Nonchalantly tossing it around is what bothers a lot of people. And I've been corrected a lot in my life. So much.
So much correction.
So many corrections. But yeah, we've covered everything that we can.
I think we'll end it here.
Yeah, but that's my one advice. If you're going to be a YouTuber of any sort or a Twitch streamer and you're going to take it seriously and try to make a career, Patreon.
Which you don't want to do.
I prefer not to, but if I have to, I have to.
All right. I did.
iOS app screenshots.
I did. Oh.
Yeah, well, another risky click. Let's go for it.
Well, it's Sergeant.
Yeah, usually he's pretty trustworthy, but...
It's Sergeant. It's fine. I'm sure it's fine. Oh, God.
Oh, God.
Oh, God. It's us.
It's us?
It's us.
He made a screenshot?
It's us.
iPad and then iPhone.
Yeah, we've been screenshotted. Hang on. I already closed the window. I was ready to shut down.
First one is iPad and iPhone. Meme time?
There it is.
All right, let's enhance that so I can actually read it.
Oh, I'm on the wrong screen. Try that again. Upload 21 seconds ago.
Hex is a card game also. Is that what it ends on? Just Hex is a card game also?
Apparently. Meme time. Oh. He's challenging people to make memes.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
It
Make
is.
us famous, even ironically. I don't care. Just do something.
Do we want to make it easier for him? I mean, we could.
Oh, God. All right, let's make it easier for him.
We can make it real easy for him.
How do we do it?
That. Or even better.
Ah! Meow. That's peace. I'll feed you, just shut up.
Hang on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on.
What are you even doing?
Hold on.
Don't even know.
Wrong one. Right one. Get rid of you. Remove. Remove. No!
What?
No!
What are you even doing?
There it is. I fixed it. There we go.
All right, so meme us. Diamond Club.
Oop, wait.
Oh, we touched tips. Dichotomy.
Or, you know, we can just sit here. There you go. Oh, God, dead.
It's dead.
Dead the other way.
Dead the other way.
There you go.
I'm gonna swing my mic around.
Pow. Make that
All right, that's good.
real easy.
I'll feed you. Just shut up.
Oh, that was Peace. The resident. She yelled.
She's a cat, and she meowed at me.
Oh, it's an hour early though. Oh, she just yelled at us again.
Well, no, it's also the weekend. She usually gets fed on the weekend a little bit earlier.
Oh, you're right. All right. Well, on that note, I'm B,
I'm S.
and what you just watched is definitely BS.
Complete BS.
Stay tuned for.
Do you want to see the kitty? You want to see Peace?
Oh boy.
I don't want to grab Peace.
No, you don't. No one grabs Peace.
That's not how that works.
Kaylee, yeah, sure, Kaylee.
Kaylee, but Kaylee's run off somewhere. She's hiding
Yeah,
because we have guests in the house.
we had party over the weekend. So
She's about as hermit as I am. You want to see the coon?
yeah, big Kaylee.
Careful with your words. Phrasing. Peace is a little bitey.
Yeah.
To me. You
No.
could probably pick her
Whoa!
up. Whoa, she came right to us.
Never mind. Is this a magical moment?
It is.
Come on, babies. Yeah, come on up.
No, she's. You gotta pick her up.
Yep, let's pick her up. This is happening. There she is. There's Peace. Oh boy. There goes my leg. Hi, babies. Yeah, I know you're pissed.
I know you're mad. I'll feed you.
There she is. There's old Peace. 16.
16-year-old cat. Jeez. Yeah.
There you go, baby.
And she is a coon. And she is just gonna walk around wherever the hell she wants.
Yep. Yeah, no, it's food time.
It's kind of food time. Yeah, you want to get in my lap now?
Nope.
She's not super affectionate, but she is hungry, so she'll act super affectionate. Now we just need Kaylee to get down here and it'll be amazing.
Oh yeah, and so this one can flip out.
Yeah, she does not like Kaylee, and she taught Kaylee to hate other cats. So now whenever I let Kaylee outside with other cats, Kaylee fights them.
Because she thinks that's playing.
Yeah, she thinks claws are playing with other cats.
Yeah.
She is a beast.
She is a battered cat.
Yeah. Yeah, but the thing is, Jake, she wins every fight. Like, it's stupid.
Well,
the first time I saw her fight Alex, they were rolling around. Alex runs off. Kaylee chased him. I yelled, "Kaylee, stop!" And she stops at the end of the driveway with her paws right straight down, her fur all puffed up. She's all proud. I go over to the pile of, like, fur and blood. Like, oh, God, this is awful. I check her. She's fine. No marks on her. It was 100% Alex's fur and blood. She mauled the other cat. Yeah, she's a beast. But you can thank Peace here for teaching Kaylee to be such a prude.
Yeah, no, and that other cat still comes around, so he's fine. Don't feel bad for the other cat.
Oh, no. He tried to get in our house once and Kaylee chased him out.
Yep. He's still a jerk.
Yep, he's just dumb and likes a good beating.
Apparently.
All right, so that's it.
Yeah, I guess that's it. I'm going to switch over. I'm going to reset the cameras, and I'll be doing editing.
Yeah, and I'm going to go feed these cats so they don't eat each other.
Listening to music, and if anyone shows up in chat, I'll be here for chat still.
Yeah, don't distract him too much, though. He's got to get his work done.
That'd be fine.
Good girl. Yes. There we go. Have Alex read 50 Shades of Grayer with you.
God, not that cat. Huh.
Good times.
All right.
Good times. All right, we're out.
Good. Oh, wait, we have a thing for that.
Oh, we do.
This.
Yay, stuff and things.
We did it.
Have a good night. We'll see you all later.
I gotta disinfect that microphone now.
Probably.
Oh yeah, I also have music too. Play some music.
There you go. I know. I was streaming the other day. I was told to play some music, so I gotta set that up too.
I can't recommend ocr.rainwave.cc enough. They're an amazing free service.
Is this off the collection?
No,
Oh, okay. No, it looks like it is.
it really is. I'll show you.
I always thought this was off the Club. No shit.
No, yeah, no. This is an old website I've been following for years.
So this is all just free to use music?
Yeah, this all comes from overclockremix.org.
Okay.
I'll just send it to you in Facebook.
That's fine. I'll be checking Facebook.
It's a little, I don't know, maybe they changed it, but like there used to be like a clunky sign-up feature you had to do for it. I don't know if that's still there or not.
Fine if it is.
It's,
Alright, girl, come on, teach you that.
really? You have to be carried now?
Look of hatred.
Yeah, it really is.
She's not impressed.
I'll switch this back over the camera just so people can see the look of hatred. Huh.
Like, it really is just hatred. Like, you want to get down?
You just want
She's
that.
just being a princess. What she's doing.
She is a princess. Yeah. First 2 years I've known this cat, when I first started taking her, I just ran over to feed her, and she waited at the top of the stairs.
You're here, feed me. You're late.
Oh, we know. We know the mics are still live.